So we were discussing about people four category of people who never take the shelter of Lord Krishna. So the very first category was Moodha. We discussed the shloka, right? Very first category was Moodha. Moodha. Second was Naradham, Maya, Hrityajnana, and Asuram. So see, let me just read this once again for all of you. Another category mentioned in this verse is Moodha, fool number one. Who is fool number one? Who always do things aimlessly without any purpose. That is fool number one. So, see, people often, question comes in mind. Even in my mind also, there was a time when I was thinking about this, that what is the purpose of my life? What is the purpose? How to find purpose? I would just keep on asking with people about this. So, okay, this is nice that in your mind this question is coming, that what is my purpose? What things should I do? Shall I do? But if being taken birth in you know you have got this human life, but then also you are just working aimlessly in this material world, and you're not raising question, you're not thinking about your ultimate purpose, then that person will be fool number one. uh just like you will see donkeys, they often carry lots, is it not, lots of weight they carry on their backs, but they never question about this thing, that why am I carrying so much of weight. That donkey assumes that, oh, I'm so happy that I am carrying so much weight on my back. The female donkey often kicks that male donkey, but then also he is fool number one. He just keep on that, his master also hits him with stick, but then also he never understand, because he's fool number one. Same way you will see, uh, just like donkeys, there are some human beings who come in this same category. Now see, this shloka might, you might assume that this is very heavy, but it is heavy. So just like you will see, human beings also who falls in this category, Moodha, there are some human beings also who are fool number one. They are doing their jobs and they are thinking that, oh, I'm very happy that I'm doing lots of work. I'm doing it for uh, 10, I'm doing it for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. So I'm very happy. I am very hero number one. But he's not hero number one, he's fool number one. I'm not saying this. Krishna is telling this thing in Bhagavad Gita. So, same way, you know, that human, that particular person, he is being scolded by another person, or by her own, uh, by his own wife only. He might, get abused. Yeah, it's so common. Even if we talk about current situation, it is so common these days. So, yeah, people are not thinking about the ultimate purpose. They are just keep on doing things. They are just keep on doing lots of weight on their shoulders, just like that donkey. So that is Muda, fool number one. The Naradhama is one who is low in the human scale. He is being human, being human. He's not doing anything like human beings do. See, only human beings are blessed with elevated consciousness. But instead of doing something for his self realization, something to do to get out, to get rid of this cycle of birth and death, he is busy in doing animalistic things. Those four things: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So that is Naradham, low in human scale. And Maya Prithigana refers to one whose knowledge is carried away by Maya or illusion. Now, what does that mean? Carried away means that knowledge was there before, but it has been kidnapped now. Aprit means being kidnapped by the illusionary energy of Lord Krishna. Now, why this happened? Because the more a person is doing materialistic things, more he is covering the illusionary layers are covering him more and more and more. Just like you see mirror is nice, but now you are rubbing very dirty cloth on it. You are wiping that mirror with very dirty muddy cloth. So you keep on doing it. So you are more and more covering it with layers of dust. So same way, when person is doing more materialistic things, he is eating more and more food and not offering it to Krishna. He is eating sin food. That food is sinful if he is not offering it to Krishna. Even a single bite not offered to Lord is sinful. So that will be reason of more material layers, covering of more material layers. And whatever other things, if a person is doing, he's not doing it in connection to Lord, then that is the reason of being entangled more in this illusion energy. So Maya Prithgyana are those people whose knowledge is being carried away by Maya or the illusionary energy of Krishna. So knowledge was there, but because he's been doing so many materialistic things and not doing anything for Lord, so he is being entangled more and more in materialistic things, more and more entangled in these materialistic layers, coverings. But more when you do something related with Krishna, then these coverings are uncovering. Opposite. These both things are contradictory. So yes. And fourth category is asuram bhavam, ashritaha, refers to those who are out and out atheist, who don't believe in the existence of God. Those are asuram pravritti. Although there are no disadvantages to surrendering unto the Father, people are thus categorized never to do it. Yeah, see, this is also very much, this is something which is indigestible to me. You see, now, we eat food, we consume food. What is loss? Is there any loss if you offer it to Krishna? At least, yeah, this is one thing that should be limits. No onion and garlic and no non-veg. And that's not that hard. There, you just try it. See, even if we consume sattvic food, whatever food recommended by Sattvic movement, not even that much simple food. If you cook traditional food also, but without onion garlic, then that also tastes very nice. You just go and you just consume ISKCON prasadam. taste of that prasadam is just amazing. Literally, that's just mind blowing. So they don't put any onion garlic to it, but then also it tastes heavenly, is it not? Because it's Krishna prasadam. So yeah, there is no any disadvantage. If you're offering food to Krishna, then it's not like that Krishna is disappearing your food. Krishna already knows that this person is stingy number one. I know if matlab Krishna knows that if I will disappear his food, then he will not offer me from next time. So that's why Krishna accept your food and then he puts it as it is. But that doesn't mean that Krishna is not accepting it. It's not like that at all. So that food seems ordinary, but it's not ordinary at all after we offer it to Krishna. It becomes spiritual. Same way, when we do other things by connecting Krishna, there are no any disadvantages to it. But then also, people never do it. And as a result, they are constantly punished by the agents of the Father, our Supreme Father. And then they think, oh, why am I so sad? Oh, God is so cruel. He always gives us sufferings. So this is really not a right etiquette. It's really not a right etiquette that you yourself is not surrendering to Lord. You yourself is not, you know, following the instructions of Supreme Personality. And then if agents of Supreme Personality punishes you, then you just fire back. You just start blaming to Lord. So yeah, as a result, they are constantly punished by the agents of the Father. They have to be slapped, canned, and kicked severely, and they have to suffer. Just as a father has to chastise his unruly boy, so material nature has to employ certain punishments. Yes. So this is natural that if any unruly boy, he is not, following the instructions of his father, then he will have to bear punishments. And why to bear punishments? So that he may choose to walk on right path. This is the only, uh, you know, the intention behind punishing living beings is that they may walk on the right path by understanding, oh, if we are doing things, by neglecting Lord, then this will not satisfy us. So let's just walk on right path. This is only intelligence, that we take shelter of our Supreme Personality. At the same time, nature is nourishing us by supplying food and other necessities. Both processes are going on because we are sons of the wealthiest father of all. And Krishna is kind even though we do not surrender unto him. So you see, even people who do not surrender to Krishna, but then also Krishna is so kind. Krishna, take takes care of them also, those people also. Krishna is giving us air to breathe, water, sunlight. You just see these basic things only. Then what to say of other material belongings? By nature, Krishna is supplying food and other necessities. So we already discussed this thing that whatever being is doing, he is not doing it by his own capacity or capabilities. There is Krishna's hand behind everything happening in this universe. Things are not happening by chance or by any other people, any other person uh, capabilities or capacity. This one should understand. So yes, Krishna is so kind that even if we do not surrender unto him, then also he takes care of us. Yet despite being furnished so well by the father, the Dushkriti still performs unsanctioned actions. One is foolish if he persists in being punished. And one is low on the human scale if he does not use this human form of life. So, yeah, we already discussed this thing that who is a foolish man, who is foolish number one, that even after being punished by the agents of Lord, he, he persists. He is still not, you know, uh, questioning this, that why am I suffering? He's still not able to question this thing. So he is fool number one, just like that donkey. He's being hit by his master. He's being kicked by that female donkey. I don't know what we call female donkey. There might be any word. Let it be your understanding. So, yeah, but then also, he's not raising any question. So, he is fool number one, Moodha. And one is low on the human scale if he does not use this human form of life to understand Krishna. Yes, that even after getting this human life, he's not thinking anything about his self realization, he's not thinking about his relationship with Lord. He's not utilizing this human life for understanding God, for understanding his relationship. So he is Naradham, low on the human scale. Or you may call him a polished animal because he's being busy doing those animalistic things. If a man does not use his life to reawaken the relationship he has with his real father, he is to be considered fallen in this human scale. He is not actually human being then. He is polished animal or an animal walking on two legs. This is what Prabhupada tells in one of his lectures. So considered to be fallen in the human scale. Naradham. Animals simply eat, sleep, defend themselves, have sexual intercourse, and die. They do not avail themselves of higher consciousness because that is not possible in the lower forms of life. If a human being follows the activities of the animals and does not avail himself of his ability to elevate his consciousness, he falls down the human scale and prepares for an animal body in his next life. This is very striking point. Are you able to relate with this? That these four activities animals can also do very easily. But they do not avail themselves of higher consciousness because that is not possible for them. You just, if you have any pet in your house, in your home, you just try today only, just experiment this thing. You just try them, just ask them that, oh, my whatever lovely pet, you please chant Hare Krishna with me. that pet will not be able to do that. Because why? That is not possible for that, for those pets or animals, whatever. See, today only I was sitting in my balcony and I was preparing for the class. So one bird came and she just sitted. There was one rod. She just sitted on the rod, and I just, I just looked at her, and I started singing Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, and I was just saying Hare Krishna by, you know, I was just looking at her and I was just saying Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So that bird was also, she was just doing like this. She was looking, means that bird was uh, observing that some voice, some sound is coming. But she is so helpless that she can't understand that she's speaking holy names of Lord. Is it not? She's so helpless. She can only observe that, yeah, some sound is coming from somewhere. But she's not able to understand that she is calling holy names of Lord, speaking holy names of Lord. So, see the helplessness of these birds and animals. But we can easily understand, even you see, a small child of a human being can understand this. You see, people often, ask their kids, small kids, you join your hand, you say Radhe Radhe, you say Krishna Krishna. So they often do this, they understand this thing in very young age only. But animals and birds can't understand this thing because it is not possible for them. Is it not? They can't avail themselves of this ability to elevate their consciousness. So, same way, if human being follows the activities of the animals and does not avail himself of his ability to elevate his consciousness, he falls down the human scale. And falling down from the human scale means preparing for an animal body in his next life. So you only see now, even in this material world only, you can see in your practical life only. Then, if one has given you a chance that you do this good, this will be good for your future or career, whatever, you just do this. Uh, you might have heard this, that life never gives us chances again and again. Life allows us, life gives us only one chance. You might have heard this thing. So if you have got that one chance and you didn't utilized it, then what will happen? You will never get that chance again. Is it not? So same way, if you have got this human life and you're not utilizing your time, you're just busy doing animalistic things, then you all are nice devotees. And Prabhupada ji is telling about those people who are not following this thing. Then God will not give you chance again, or the agents of God, they will you will be then gifted with an animal body in your next life. That person, whoever is not serving Lord, or he's not doing anything for his self realization, by the grace of Krishna, we are given a highly developed body and intelligence. But if we do not utilize them, why should he give them to us again? Yes. Why will he give why will he give us to this human body again if we are not utilizing uh, this human form of life? Just think about this thing. By the grace of Krishna, we are given this highly developed body and intelligence. But if we do not utilize this human form of life, then why should Krishna give this body to us, will give this chance to us again? We must understand that this human body has developed after millions and millions of years of evolution, and that in itself, it is a chance to get out of the cycle of birth and death in which over 8 million species of life evolve. So we already discussed this point in our very first chapter, that there are 84 lakh species. Is it not? So, yeah, it's written in which over 8 million species of life evolve. So, in total, 84 lakh species and over 8 million species of life evolve. So, you see, after so many births, we got this human body. And this is the time to get out of this material world by serving Lord nicely. So this is really very important point to understand, that we should never, waste our time in unnecessary things. See, no one is asking you to quit your jobs or your designations, but at least you should, do, at least you should start from little, because after all, this human life, we have been given this human life for self realization only. Only, no other thing. Of course, for the sake of survival, we have to do job to earn some money so that we can eat nice food and other necessities. But we should spare at least some time to do our spiritual practices, to practice our devotional services every single day. Because after all, we have been given this human life for this work only. It's not like that an individual is working his whole life, he's just earning lots and lots of money, he's eating food, lots and lots of food only, he's sleeping and he's eating only, he's sleeping only, he's defending with others only, and he's busy in mating only like animals, and then he dies. So this is not the right etiquette. If you were to do these things only, then you may remain animal only, then you may remain animal only, and this is what Srila Prabhupada ji is telling here, that if he fails down the human scale and prepares for an animal body in his next life. So this is the only reason, that in human life also you are doing all the things which animals do, then you just take animal body and do to your fullest. This is the only reason why Prabhupada ji has written this line here, that he is preparing his next life to be an animal. He's preparing for an animal body in his next life, because by Krishna's grace you have been given this highly developed body. But if you are not doing, if that person is not doing something for his self realization, then okay, you are so much satisfied in doing animalistic things, so you be an animal. Then that person will be given an animal body only in his next life, that okay, you do these animal things only. So one should understand this thing. This chance is given by the grace of Krishna, and if we do not take it, are not we the lowest among men? Yes. Because in human life only we can understand our relationship with God. In human life only we can do something for our self realization. But if we are not doing that, then there will be no difference between us and between animals. So this is very easy, very simple to understand. One may be a degree holder, MA. MA uh, means in another language. I'm not remembering it. But yeah, PhD I remember. PhD means permanent head damage. So why to permanently damage your head? Prabhuji tells this. PhD means permanent head damage, etc. from some university, but the illusory energy takes away his mundane knowledge. He who is really intelligent will apply his intelligence to understand who he is, who God is, and what material nature is, why he is suffering in material nature, and what is the remedy to this suffering. Yes. So if you are in this class, you have already been raised some of these questions in your mind. This is reality. That if you ever raised any of these questions, so Krishna automatically arranges association of devotees in your life. Because Krishna is hankering us to take back to him. So he, always notices these small things only. And he arranges all, such situations. He arranges the association of devotees in your lives. So this is reality. So who is intelligent man? Who is, raising these questions in his mind? We may apply our intelligence to manufacture an automobile, radio, or television for sense gratification, but we have to understand that this is not knowledge. Yes, this is true. Rather, this is plundered intelligence. Intelligence was given to man to understand the problems of life. Yes. But it is being misused. How misused? That intelligence which we were gifted in this human life, people have misused it for their sense gratification. That's why you see now so many scientists, they have become scientists and they are doing lots of researches. They are manufacturing lots of gadgets. But for what purpose? For sense gratification. They are not doing anything for self realization or for the satisfaction of God, is it not? So, yeah, this is true that intelligence was given to man to understand the problems of life, but it is being misused. People are thinking that they have acquired knowledge because they know how to manufacture and drive cars. But before the car was here, people were still going from one place to another. So see, things which were happening, uh, you know, thousand of years ago. they are still going like that only. So see, even if people have manufactured cars and all, but then also people were still going from one place to another before also. So see, we are not talking about this topic, that is technology wrong thing. It's not like this. But okay, technology is nice. See, we are devotees also taking use of technology. We are also using computer, laptops or mics or whatever. But for what purpose? For preaching this knowledge of Krishna consciousness. So there is no nothing wrong in using technology and stuff. But if we are doing it for gratifying our own senses, then that is wrong. We have been given this intelligence so that we can understand the problems of the life. What is the problem? That we are stuck in this material world. We should, cross this cycle of birth and death. We should understand our relationship with God. One should put his intelligence for understanding these things. But instead, he is using technology for his own sense gratification. So this is wrong. So yes, it is just that the facility has been increased, but along with this facility come additional problems like air pollution and overcrowded highways. Yes. So, yes, okay. Facilities are there, but apart from those facilities, problems have also came. So you see now that okay, so many cars, there are so many cars, but because of that, air pollution is happening, overcrowded highways. You will see even one family, if there are four members, so they will definitely have 2 to 3 cars. Even you will see that, okay, I'm putting the name. You will see Ambani ji. He has about 400 cars. Now, if even he will go to his office by driving one car in a day, then also 400 cars is too much, is it not? But what one should, get from this, that even after having 400 cars, see why he had 400 cars? Because he was not satisfied by driving that one car, is it not? So, this is the only problem, that people are doing things. They are thinking, they are assuming that we will get satisfied, I will get satisfied. And that's why they keep on collecting materialistic things. But what is the result? Dissatisfaction. So, even that man has 400 cars. Why he has 400 cars? Because he was not satisfied with one car, not two, not three, not four, 400 cars. And even then also he might not be satisfied. So see, one should understand this thing, that people who were, uh, you know, who had high designations, they quitted their designations and they have joined temple. It's not that they are crazy. They understood this thing, that whatever we are doing, we are not getting satisfied with these things. These materialistic things are not satisfying us. And they got taste in serving Lord. That's why they quit everything and they became sannyasis. Now I'm not asking that you quit your homes, your jobs, and you also join temple. No. But one should understand this thing, that these materialistic things will not satisfy us, because we are soul, we are spiritual spark, and any material things cannot satisfy these spiritual spark. Only spiritual things can satisfy this spiritual spark. And that is serving Lord Krishna, invoking our relationship with Him. So this is really interesting thing. What? That okay, facilities are coming, but along with this facility, additional problems are also coming. So this is Maya. We are creating facilities, but these facilities in their turn are creating so many problems. So, do you know why these inventions of cars happened? Because people were assuming that uh, before there were horse carts and all. So, they used to, what to say? I'm not getting that word. Okay, we will discuss this later. I'm not getting that word. Okay, yes. So this is Maya, that we are creating facilities, but these facilities in their turn are creating so many problems. Instead of wasting our energy to supply ourselves with so many facilities and modern amenities, we should apply intelligence to understand who and what we are. Yes. So this is what we just discussed, that we have been given this intelligence. So instead of wasting this intelligence in sense gratification, we should utilize our intelligence to understand our relationship with God, to understand who we really are. Why are we here in this material world? And what is the ultimate purpose of our lives? All right, we will end our class here. We will continue our discussion in next class. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.